Here we are again. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles, ready to review yet another album. And this one is from the band 999. And the album is called The Biggest Prize in Sport. It's their third album. It came out in 1980. So let's talk about this one. This is Craig's suggestion. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. I'm Robert Fithen, along with Mike from Hubtunes, Craig from Craig's Vinyl Plethora, and ladies and gentlemen, the man that's more like yeah, Richard from Calvin Wazoo.
Oh, the yeahs were in Chicago last night.
They were.
Well, this is yeah to counter the
This is the yeah.
I'm going to Germany.
Drinking
soon, so I have to get.
Yeah,
that's all I've been thinking about lately. So anything is going to be based on that. All right, so yeah, 999. I guess I'm first, and the only 999 song that I was familiar with was called Homicide. That's them, right?
Yes.
Homicide. I believe in homicide. And I thought that one was okay. You know, I have it on like a punk rock compilation that I had in college that Rhino put out, which was great. It's like 8 or 10 CDs, and it just all these hardcore punk rock songs, and then a little bit of power pop in there, and some other stuff as well. And that's how they represented this band was that song called Homicide, and it's just kind of there. I never really thought that much about them and never really investigated them further. But I'm glad that Craig picked this. It's similar. This is similar to the Soft Boys that Mike wanted us to review a couple of turns ago, because it's the same thing. I never really cared for the Homicide song, so never really investigated this band further. And now that I've heard a whole other album, I mean, every song on here is better than that Homicide song. This is typical of what those 77 UK punk bands did in 1980. They softened up their sound. They went in other directions. They were more tuneful. They were, they kind of abandoned the hard, just bash it out stuff and really started, okay, let's actually make some songs here. Let's, it's like they all did one album and then, veered off in other directions. And these guys go in more of a power pop type of thing. They still have the energy, definitely. They still play really tight. The songs are really very lively. There's a little bit of variety in here. There's a little bit. Some of them are more power pop leaning. Some of them are even more like surf rock, almost a little more punky kind of surf rock going on. English Wipeout is still a little more in the vein of the earlier stuff. But, I don't think it's really necessary on an album like this to go track by track or anything like that. But
no,
just overall, I think that this is a really fun album. It's definitely under the radar as far as I'm concerned. I never heard anything about this band other than that Homicide song. I don't think they were really anything in the U.S. And I think that when this came out, from what I understand now, it didn't really get great reviews, which I thought it was great. I'm really glad I got to hear this. I'm not really going to drone on it too much. It's just a really fun, lively album that doesn't have a skippable track on here. There's nothing mind-blowing. There's nothing game-changing or whatever. But it's great. I'm going to give it 4 rainbows.
Well, yeah, this I had not heard anything about them as well. And every time I saw 999, I kept thinking of that stupid show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, even though I don't watch that. I've only listened to this a couple of times because I got sidetracked with, by the time this is out, we're recording this shortly after Ozzy's passing. And so I was listening to a lot of Black Sabbath. But this really surprised me because like Robert was saying, I'd never heard of them. I'd never heard any music by them. I did not know what to expect. And I started listening to it, and right from the start, it just it started off right. It was good power pop kind of punk. There's a couple songs that have kind of a ska feel to them. The vocalist, he reminds me a lot of the vocalist from the Specials. I kind of kept hearing that similar sounding singing style. But this is a great party album. It's just, they're like a really solid bar band. Nothing, like Robert was saying, there's nothing, intricate or wildly unique or anything about their music, but it's tight. They play tight. They play really, really well. The guitar riffs, I really like a lot of the guitar riffs in many of the songs. The song Hollywood, I thought the guitar has some really nice stank on it, just with the playing on that. But again, it's nothing really flamboyant or fantastic. It's just solid all the way through. There is a section in the record where there's like 4 songs in a row. I mean, they're all really good, but these 4 songs, it starts off with Fun Thing, and then the title song, The Biggest Prize in Sport, and then Hollywood and Stranger. Those songs, boom, 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 right after the other. It just makes for a really solid center part, of the album. So yeah, they're just really, really good. There's a part of it too that kind of reminded me of the soundtrack to the Aussie power pop film Starstruck. The bands and the music that was playing, and that was a film I think that was made roughly around 1980, as well. But yeah, it's just I'm glad I was able to listen to it, because I really, really never heard of them. And as I was reading about them, I guess they were more punk, in their earlier with their earlier releases. And this was the one where they, like Robert was saying, they're becoming more mainstream, a little more accessible, but still retaining that acerbic edge, with their music. So yeah, I really, really impressed with this. I would go out and find it and buy it. I did not look it up to see what the going price is for this one.
I think you can still get it for relatively inexpensive.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that too. He didn't pull a mic from HubTunes, and this is actually affordable. So you can put this in your wish list and actually get it at one point.
All right. So yeah, I'll be looking for it, and I'm going to give it 4.5 rainbows. I was really liking this one.
Wow. Well, I have never heard of this band. I didn't know anything about them, and yeah, so and I'm gonna pretty much say everything that you guys just said. This is just some really good power pop, power punk. It's got a little bit of an edge. Like you said, it's not changing the world. They're not, it's a basic formula. There's 15 songs, a lot of songs, but they're all short, and it just goes really fast. I mean, those 15 songs, seemed like it was over real fast. But it's a party record. It's totally a party record. You can put this on, put the record on, and just listen to the whole damn thing. No skippable songs. The guitarist is awesome. I really dig the guitarist. He is excellent. But yeah, I mean, what I like I said, this, I had never heard this. I had never heard of this band. I would definitely buy it if I came across it. And I've already actually listened to like 2 of their other records that came after this. I didn't like them quite as much, but this is great. This is absolutely fantastic. I really dig it. I'm definitely 4 rainbows.
Okay. So 999, when I was in Seattle at the hotel, I had an employee named Jackie, and she's like, "Oh, have you ever heard 999?" And I'm like, "What?" So she actually introduced me to this album. At that point, you couldn't even find it on CD. And if you did, it was very difficult. So I found a copy that I paid a pretty penny for her, and got it off eBay and got it for her because you couldn't stream it at that time. You know, this is probably like 2004, maybe. So I searched it out, and then when several years later, when it was reissued on vinyl, I had to pick it up. So the streaming, there's only 12 songs on the album. There's not 15. And
I listened to 15 on the streaming.
Yeah, no. So there's only 12. The US, this is another one of those where the US is different than the UK. The UK actually starts with Boys in the Gang. I didn't know that until I just looked it up because I've always just listened to the record. I don't think I had actually ever streamed the album. I've just listened to it on my record. This starts with Hollywood, which I like it as an opener better than Boys in the Gang. But so the UK came out in 1979. The US came out in 1980. It's very pretty green, by the way. There is also a song that's on the streaming as a bonus track, Found Out Too Late, that's on the US. It's omitting the song Shake. And I had never heard Shake until I streamed the album today. So, but yeah, I love Hollywood. To me, that's always the opener. I think even when I got the CD for my friend, that was the song that opened the album. So that's just the way I've known it. Yeah, the album did not do well. Trouser Press called the album trebly and lifeless, except for the title track, which sounds like an East End Ramones. That was like the only thing I could really find about them talking about it. There are two brothers. The vocalist is Nick Cash, and then his brother is Guy Days, and I forgot what he plays. They've done 12 albums. They started in the punk scene in what was known as the Summer of Hate. And they're still performing. They're still, like, as of like 5 years ago, or maybe even less. I don't know the last time they were in the US. I think it's been a really, really, really long time. Just some of my favorites. Of course, I love Hollywood. Found Out Too Late, which is a bonus on the UK. Boys in the Gang is great. I like the song Trouble because I like the slower pace of it. And then the closer, Boiler, which that is the closer of the album. Boiler. It's just so fun. It's so great. So all in all, it's a great album. I'm glad that like I actually introduced you guys to something that you'd never heard of. I'm quite surprised by that. Like in this realm, because I mean, I can throw all kinds of pop shit at you guys that you'd never heard of, and you'd be like, yeah, I don't know that shit. But this is something that I thought maybe you would all enjoy. And so I'm glad that you did. And I mean, just because of like how the band was introduced to me and how I still just think of Jackie whenever I hear it, and it's nostalgia, and I just think it's fantastic. And I do think it's kind of perfect. So it's getting 5 rainbows from me.
That's a couple in a row for you that you recommended for us that we liked.
Yeah.
What was that?
What?
Oh yeah, the David one, right? Oh,
the David Sylvian. Yeah, we all
yeah.
Yeah. So you're on a roll.
I guess. Let's see if I can screw it up next time.
I have faith in you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Wasn't that ambiguous?
Yes.
So yeah, that's 21 rainbows. Yeah, 17 and a half rainbows.
21. I mean 20 is like the highest it could ever be.
Right.
Which I don't think we've ever had a 20, right? We've had a 19.
I think we all did. Was London Calling that all 5s? Maybe not. Yeah, I listened. I guess I didn't realize the thing about the UK. I've been doing that 1983 thing, and man, there's a lot that the UK is different than the US release, and I didn't even realize that was going on with this one. And so the streaming one, I think, is the UK one, because the first song on the one I heard was the Boys and the
Gang.
And the Gang.
Which I think could still be a good opener. It's just that I'm not used to that. So, it's, I guess, technically that's the opener for the second side.
Well, yeah, U.S. is going to put Hollywood first, of course, because
Yeah.
the Hollywood's in the U.S. But, so Mike knows what we'll be reviewing next. I wonder what that could be.
I'm curious.
Maybe he'll be on a roll, too.
Oh, no. Actually, well, I'm choosing The Village People Renaissance.
So, okay. How
The hush
sexy.
falls over the crowd. Wow.
Wow.
That would make The Village People the first band that we've done 2 albums from.
Twice.
I think so. Yeah.
Mhm.
Who would have
Wow.
dreamed of that?
Well, that is beautiful.
Somebody will now comment. The Village People aren't technically a band. Okay, you're correct. They're a vocal group.
Yes, they're
Right.
okay. Yes, whatever. So yes, the Village People, whatever they may be.
Wow.
We're listening to them again.
That makeup just reminds me of
I think it's beautiful.
a glam punk band from Arizona when I
Well, I
lived
think they're
Right.
trying to be glam punk. This is what, 81?
80,
I think.
Yeah, 81 or 82.
82?
Yeah,
80.
that would have been
81.
about the time of Gentlemen After Dark, the Phoenix band that
Gentlemen After Dark, huh?
Or GAD for short. Yeah,
they used to
wow.
be called Pills.
Village People Renaissance is the one with Food Fight on it, right?
I don't think I've heard anything on that album.
I heard it for the first time like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When I got it, I found it for like $2 or something like
Oh my
that.
God.
Does that have sex on the telephone?
Doesn't I don't know. I don't listen to this that often.
Because I know I had a 12-inch. I have a 12-inch single of
No, it
that.
doesn't.
Okay, that's the next album then.
Oh,
All
there's
right,
a
the Village
no
People
sex on the
Renaissance.
Renaissance. That's good
How,
time.
what will we talk about with that? We've also got another edition of our wonderful music game coming up. It's been a while since we've embarrassed ourselves with that.
Not good at that.
So that's on the way.
I'm
You'll
prepared
definitely
to
want
suck.
check that out. And check out the Village People Renaissance and whatever else we throw your way. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Robert Fitton along with
Richard at Kelvin Wazoo.
Craig's Vinyl Plethora.
Mike at Hub Tunes.
hopefully we'll talk to you again next time.